Hello there, Hillary.
Hi, Jenny. Good morning.
Good morning to you,
Yeah.
and welcome all of you to Coffee Talk, the Garden Dart.
We've never done that before.
Mm-mm. I quite like it.
I do too. I don't like having to get up for something specific in the morning, but I like this.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
It's good.
We are recording on Monday morning, January 27th. If you're listening, it is on or after January 29th, 2025. This is season 7, episode 4.
And you're listening to Kissing Lips and Breaking Hearts with Tarts.
Yeah. What a year this month has been. When think about New Year's and how far away that seemed.
It feels like months ago.
Yeah.
I keep seeing things like how it's like January 64th.
Yeah.
It's actually been like just literally the last 7 days.
Yeah. That's true.
So this week has been the longest month of my life.
Yeah.
I made a new shirt. It's a Sabrina Carpenter lyric. Might give a fucks are on vacation.
I love it.
Very excited about it. I've been crafting a little bit, which is helpful. I apologize. I think we're both a bit under the weather, which
Yeah, I'm just like that every morning these days. And I take medicine for it, but I don't think I take it at night and it doesn't kick in until like night.
the next night,
Yeah, I mean like
it takes 24 hours to kick in.
not that long, but it'll kick in like this afternoon. Like I won't sound like this afternoon, and then right before I go to bed, I'll sound like this again.
So weird.
Yeah, I need to just switch to another medicine, but
Yeah.
I'll have to talk to my doctor about that.
I'm fighting something. This has been going around our house. So
Yeah,
after this, I'm going to take a rest. But we don't have a whole lot to talk about, but we didn't want to miss a week. So
yeah, no.
yeah.
And you
Plus,
guys, I mean, you can just hear us talk about whatever. You guys seem to like that.
I don't know, for whatever
I
reason.
don't know why. I don't know why you listen to us at all, but thank you.
Hello, both of you. Hey.
One in Cleveland and one in the Republic of Georgia.
Yep. But
Larry's been around this week.
yeah, he's doing the press junket for the movie Left Behind. And
Which is crazy because he's never done that for his day job.
so we know he was on Kelly Clarkson, and we're trying to remember, I think it was like an ABC
It was ABC.
show. And it's funny because the whole reason he chose to do this movie was because his son has dyslexia, and he's like, I spent 50 years trying to keep my family successfully keeping my family out of the press.
Yeah.
And now it's what I'm talking about, which I thought was pretty cute. Because
Like we knew he had one kid, and then like 10 years later, it just appeared that he had 3 kids. But we didn't know.
I know. And then like he's like, well, my son, he's 29 now. And I'm like,
Huh? How is that possible?
bracing myself. What is this thing called time?
Oh, no.
He doesn't know. But he looks absolutely fantastic. He looks, I mean, just so healthy.
Yeah.
And it just makes me think back to the last few times I'd seen him on tour and being like, oh my God, he was in so much pain.
Yeah. But he looks great. I mean, he really, really looks great.
Yeah.
Hopefully
he feels as good as he looks, because that's the best part.
Yeah. I was just so happy to see him. He talked about his son, and he said that he thought that if his son hadn't gotten help for his dyslexia and he later in life, that he would have ended up in jail.
The stat is crazy.
Yeah.
And I learned this earlier on when they were talking about the movie, some press earlier. The statistics of people who are in jail who are also dyslexic is over 50%.
Sure.
Yeah. It's crazy. Man, I wonder what that kid's been up to.
I don't know.
Trump in a band for a little while. I wonder if he still does.
Was it him or was it? I don't know. Okay.
Oh no, which Larry Mullen Sr. son?
Larry Mullen Jr.
Larry Mullen Sr. Jr. son. Two sons and a daughter?
I think so.
Three? I don't know. He's done a good job. Good job keeping them out, buddy.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see the movie. I know friend Jenny in New York has seen it a few times because it was released in New York, and she has dyslexia, so I think
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, she's talking about it as she posts about it, and she was glad to go back a second time because the first time she said she was so engrossed with her own personal, oh, this is me. And then the second time she was able to really pay attention to the movie more. And I think it looked like some people from the production of the movie were there doing question and answer and stuff too. So hopefully it gets released. I mean, I assume it will be streaming.
Oh, yeah.
And I like hearing the theme song on the radio. They play it on Sirius.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And it's really cool. Gail's amazing. Her voice is amazing.
Really good. Yeah.
That's it. Good night.
Well, Larry talked about his own troubles with dyscalculia.
Calculia?
Yeah. And I think it was on ABC, and they're like, people just always thought you were a really intense drummer. I always thought he was in pain, which probably was too, but he said he was trying to, keep the beat.
And then you said something a while ago. You're like, all this time I thought Adam was looking at him, making sure that Adam was with Larry because Larry was the boss. Yeah. But maybe the whole time Adam was like, Larry, you good?
Well, I think I read it in maybe Neil McCormick's book or somebody, pretty sure it was Neil McCormick. And he said that Adam is practically tone deaf.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
He runs next to Larry for Larry to keep him on track. But maybe he just assumed that.
Right. I don't know. Either way, they're one hell of a team, man.
I mean, oh my God, amazing.
Yeah. Sure. And then you think about what kind of job Bram had.
Yeah.
I mean, not just playing the songs drum beat for drum beat, but that connection with Adam, like that just had to have been what a learning curve.
Yeah.
You're so lucky to have him for those Sphere shows.
Yeah, very lucky. I think that's on my U2 news, though I was in the car the other day and I mostly listen to my phone on shuffle, but this song came on and I had to ask Jenny and Amanda because I thought I was losing my mind. It's called Are We Gonna Wait Forever? And I'm like, never heard this song before. And that does happen with B-sides sometimes that are,
Oh, there's definitely in stuff like the Octune Baby Baby, like there's stuff probably like rap.
Wait, most of the time, like I couldn't recognize the song, but I recognized the title.
Yeah.
Like when it plays, like whatever chicken something, like I don't know the name or the songs, but I recognize. Yeah. That used to be a thing. Remember, that was like our password, like in an interview.
We're like, if you say chicken,
we'll know that you're listening.
And oh my God, we totally did that.
Yeah.
And then one day Gavin posted chickens.
Yeah. And we're like, it's for us. That's a nice.
We were like, wait, what if it is? No. But you really. Yeah. That was a real mental mindfuck right there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It used to be so silly. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. The world imploded, something like that.
I mean, I think we're still silly, but
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a nice segue to our next topic.
Gavin Friday is going on tour.
Yay!
Which is not new news because it was announced, I think, a good few weeks ago. But he has, 7 European dates. And maybe 2 in Portugal, 1 in the Netherlands, Belgium, UK, London, and 2 in Ireland, 1 in Dublin. So if any of you are going to one, we would love a report on that.
Please let us know.
Absolutely love that. Hopefully, I'm not holding my hopes very high that he comes to the States, but please, Gavin.
Please come here, and please come to the right state.
As long as there's a direct flight, it'll work out.
Yeah, that would be like Charlotte or Philadelphia. Those are the direct flights I get.
Or an easy drive.
An easy drive.
I feel like it would have to be New York.
I would assume so, but
I have had the honor of seeing him twice. I saw him here in Cleveland on the Shag Tobacco tour 100,000 million years ago.
yeah.
And then I saw him in Dublin at the Olympia in
96.
96. Yeah, thank you for doing that maths for me.
It's my job.
Yeah, it was so funny. I was over there I did a semester abroad in Dublin, and I think we'd been there like 5 seconds. And it was me and all these people I hadn't met before, but we were all from the States. And all of a sudden I had like a friend showing up my door to like tickets to a show down the block. And they're like, who's this girl? Caroline Von B, she took care of me. She's like, I'm like, I'm like, I know people, places.
Yeah.
But it was just a funny, they were like, we just got here. How do you already have a social life? Oh, it's funny. But that was cool.
Yeah. I guess, I mean, yeah, he's got to play New York. But I would really love it if he played other places on the East Coast.
Yeah, you just don't go west unless you're also east.
Right.
Because we've already decided 3 Garden Tarts that wherever we will figure out a way to see him. So we just keep it easier.
Yeah. New York's just so complicated. Other cities go smoother.
You can make New York work. But yeah, we would love a report.
Yes, please.
And Gavin, if you want to come talk about it, you can. It's been 269,000 years since you've been Gavin focused.
Yeah.
Because there's this other band that you've been helping rise to great heights.
Right.
So focus on you.
Yeah. I would love that. I've never seen them. I mean, I've seen them like walking in the real world, but not
not performing. I know that he exists. It's like human being.
It's not just a rumor. Yeah. So I'd love that. I'm kind of looking forward to that. So I really hope that works out for us.
Yeah. I feel like it feels very possible. So I've got my toes crossed too. Other than that, we're just falling into fascism, so that's fine. What are you listening to nowadays to calm your soul?
Kind of didn't realize that I was listening to this because I drive around and with my phone on shuffle, and I noticed like I shuffled through a lot lately. Like I spend half my time shuffling.
It's like clicking next or whatever.
Yeah. This song's good, but let's see what the next song is. And I actually been listening to a lot of songs of experience.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I don't know why, it just seems to be that's what I'm drawn to.
Yeah.
And usually when I shuffle, I usually shuffle over the U2 songs because I feel like I'm so surrounded by that all the time that I want to hear something else.
Right.
And, yeah. So I've been like, I really enjoy that album. I can't wait till we do that.
I should put it on.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put it on today while I'm getting stuff done. I've been
because it came out when it did. It's about what we're dealing with now, just a lesser level. I mean,
Right.
then was a lesser level.
I've been flipping between Taylor Swift's Folklore, which I cannot feel anything but uplifted when I hear those sweet tunes. And so I can just put them in my ears and like get some stuff done and kind of flutter around. I've been having a really good time in the car listening to her Tortured Poet Department because that's some angry lady shit in there, man. So much. So I've been crafting and I've just designed something that it's the quote that Kamala used, the MLK quote about only when the sky is dark can you see the stars, something like that. And and it reminds me of the blackout. And so I was figuring out, and that lyric's a lot longer.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out that, but I was like, I need to go listen to Blackout and that album just because it feels like it's maybe the tune of the revolution.
Yeah.
Some of it anyway. So
today is the 80th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz.
Yes.
And the slogan for that is never again.
Look,
Right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that like.
No, it's just, I mean, because you laughed when you said it too. Like,
I just couldn't come up with another word, but the never.
Tagline, maybe tagline or.
Yeah. It's not funny, but you have to find humor and darkness. Like,
Yes.
die. So it never again. And the thing that from waking up this morning and realizing that the thing that is in my head is that Depeche Mode song. Never again is what you said the time before.
Yes.
It's like in my head, and that's really sad. It was really sad. But I don't know what that just I woke up this morning, that's what I hear.
Yeah. Maybe I should or shouldn't go listen to yeah, the whole fuck. Goddamn, never again. It's all happening.
Yep.
It's absolutely all happening. I'm going to share, I think I sent this to you and Garnter and Amanda, but our friend Connie Schultz posted something today.
I haven't looked at it.
Yeah. But I'll share it with our followers. It's like 29 things you can do locally to, pick up this fight. And I'm going to save it. I'm going to like make a list because it's an article because it'd be like, it was like one and then blah. And it's everything from like making sure you're supporting your local media to staying informed. I didn't get past like 4 or 5, but I'm going to try and do like even just like 1 or 2 of those a day. Because, if you do it all at once, then you just, whatever. But it feels like a worthwhile checklist of feeling productive.
Yeah.
Oh,
I could definitely use that. So I'm gonna let it. I haven't looked at the link yet.
Yeah. Because the truth is, I can't do anything nationally. Like, we don't have any control over that. And we do have control of our influences is our local stuff. And if you think the fucking JD Vances of the world didn't just all of a sudden become a senator and a vice president, he started local. And if someone had taught him locally and he had never gotten voted in locally, then he wouldn't have made this rise up. Oh, and our fucking kids, poor kids. So there's news of a raid at a local Mexican restaurant here. Or a few employees were taken by ICE. We don't know if there's 3 locations and we're hearing different things. It sounds like the fact that one of the locations was raided by ICE is true, but the facts are kind of all over the place right now. So
a thing that we need to remember though is ICE is doing what they're told to do.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean this is what they want to be doing, that they're the bad guys. They're told where to go and what to do.
Right. Yeah, they don't.
The organization might be the bad guys, but the actual people, the actual officers
they have a job
they're doing a job.
and it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But also we have no obligation to ever talk to ICE.
Yeah.
So just know that that is your right, that if they come up to you, you do not, it's actually kind of your duty to not give them any information. You know nothing. You know
So
nothing about anyone or anything.
I read somewhere that I hope this was a joke, but it might not be. But I read somewhere like if you have your driver's license, if you can prove that your papers like they required Jews to have in Europe in the 30s, if you have your proof that you're an American citizen, run, because it'll take time for them to catch you, and then you have your documentation, so it'll send them.
That's actually,
Yeah, it'll take them off the track of somebody who might. And I also saw the horrible picture of people being loaded on a plane to be deported, though they have every right to be here, and it was next to a picture of people getting on a train to go to the concentration camp. So, I mean, and I don't think it's anything that, anyone listening to us isn't going to think otherwise. But like, I'm alive because this country took in refugees.
yeah. Yeah.
And I would not otherwise be here.
And like, it's scary. And I don't want to like get into all doomsday because I just feel like our people need a light spot. But there are 2 planes that are going to land in Colombia, and Colombia was like, no. And Trump's like, well, if you don't take them, then blah, blah, all this bad shit's going to happen to Colombia, mostly tariffs and stuff. And Colombia's like, okay, you can bring them.
Jesus. And that's how it begins.
Yeah. It's 500 some people. And they're not just, they weren't raiding jails. These are people's family members. These are your school kids' parents. Yeah. And I remember hearing, after Trump was elected and they were talking about what things that they were planning for the administration. And I remember hearing, they're like, it's going to be personal. At some point, everyone will be affected by the deportations. You will know someone. So anyway,
I have 2 things that are not political or scary.
Bring them on.
So I have a lot of friends that have different schedules than mine.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I just don't do as much stuff because my friends have to be available. And I just kind of, in the past couple of weeks, I've just kind of given up on that. Yeah. Like, why can't I go to a movie by myself? Why can't I go sit in a coffee shop by myself? Why can't I go to my local distillery by myself? And especially, the coffee shop, because everybody goes there by themselves. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
The distillery, I just know people that, I'm friendly with people that work there, and I usually do see someone in there that I know. I went on Saturday and I didn't see anyone that I knew, but I found friends, and it was really cool. Like, I just really enjoyed meeting my new friend on Facebook.
Yay!
And that was really cool. Like, that never would have happened if I was with a group of people.
Right.
So I kind of like it. I used to do this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, not this stuff. I used to go to my local a lot by myself. Right. But I think I'm going to do that this week. I think I'm going to go to my local by myself.
I love that for you.
Because just do what you want to do. You don't have to let other people, dictate.
Right. If you want to do something, do it.
Yeah.
You want to invite people, that's great. If they can't come, do it anyway.
Yeah. And like, I had just as much fun as when I go. I mean, not as much fun because I miss my friends being there, but I mean, I was not miserable or anything. And this is the other thing. The worst case scenario is you go there and you have your drink and you look at your phone because that's what you're going to be doing at home anyway.
Right. At least you're out of the house.
At least you're out of the house looking at your phone, not having a nice craft cocktail. I did have one really good cocktail. I had, they were all good, but there was one in particular, and I don't remember what was in it. But it was delicious. And they'll make a Manhattan for you there.
Oh, I love a man.
I know. I always think of you when someone orders a Manhattan. Okay, so the other
I
thing.
go to when I don't know what else to order.
Yeah. I have a bottle of like mixed Manhattan. I think we got it for. I think we used it for our post picture.
Yes.
I still have it. I mean,
Mm-hmm. That's true, yeah.
so the coffee that I'm drinking right now, Garden Tart Amanda sent me for my birthday for my birthday Hanukkah present. It's Green Day coffee.
Green Day.
Very good. I hadn't. It's been sitting in my. I
They
don't know
make coffee, like,
the band.
they make coffee?
Apparently, I'm drinking it right now with Irish cream, and it's strong, which I love. I like the stronger the better.
I did not do a good job with birthday presents this year.
Well, you're the most generous person I know, so don't worry about that.
Just nothing like. Usually things pop out at me.
Yeah.
And it's just easy. And I just have to wait for that to happen.
I gave Jenny and Amanda this. It's just a little present, but I use these things. They're called makeup erasers, and they're really amazing because you don't even need soap or anything. You just put them under hot water, and your makeup comes off. Like
this whole thing about your hand in.
Yeah, and it's just I love them, but I also use them for Sonati season because.
Oh, they're so soft.
It's gross, but tissues just rip up my nose.
Yeah.
I use these like handkerchiefs and then I wash them.
That's smart. I like that it comes with a little bag, a little lingerie bag to put in the washer with them.
I just like them. I have like a bazillion of them because I just go through them like
they're great.
Pretty fast. Yeah, and I cleaned up my makeup, or part of it, and that felt really good. A nice little purge.
Yeah, it's good to get rid of things.
Yeah, and I think today's my nephew Max's 9th birthday.
9.
9.
That's amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
Time keeps moving.
Yeah, I don't know. No, there was a question on Jeopardy. I have the lost and found glasses. I mean, I lost them and then I found them.
Yes, they weren't someone else's in the lost and found.
No. I don't remember what the category was, but it was visionary artist and poet William Blake wrote collections titled Songs of These Two Opposites.
Could you imagine just whipping that out? People be like, what the f-?
What my parents did. And I'm like, I am that smart. Yes. I am.
Innocence and experience.
The only one person responded and they said, songs of light and darkness. And I'm like, no.
I guess.
No.
But no.
Yeah. But I mean, I was just like,
no. I mean, of all the specific questions.
I know. My dad's like, you should go on Jeopardy. And I'm like, I mean, if they had YouTube Jeopardy.
Right. Things Bono said, Jeopardy.
Yeah. I mean, right? YouTube realm Jeopardy.
Right.
But, there, I hate to say it, but like, I don't know, a few months ago, there was a Taylor Swift category. And my dad was like, oh, you're gonna get this. And I'm like, oh, I am not, unfortunately. I am a huge Taylor Swift fan, not the idea of Taylor Swift, but I don't know her nuances or lyrics or anything.
Right.
There was one prior to that, that was eras. And those I did get the eras. I
Cool.
like whole category.
Yeah.
Eras. But it was lyrics, and I'm like,
I have a hard time with lyrics anyway, just when things are pulled out of context, even U2 stuff. I can be like, oh, that's obviously a U2 song, but I can't always tell you what song it is because that's how my brain works.
Yeah.
So
no, I have a hard time with that sometimes too, but I have to really hone that because I've mentioned a million times, but Jeopardy is very competitive in my household. But I don't know what switch just turned in my brain recently, but like I can now look at my phone and still answer questions. Like I've never been able to do that before.
like
But
you're multitasking and can answer that.
Something.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what. I feel like it's from like Christmas Vacation. Cousin Eddie says that daughter fell down a well and her eyes got crossed, and then she got kicked by a mule, and her eyes. So I think I got kicked by a mule.
You must have gotten kicked by a mule.
I don't know, but
oh my God.
But I mean, like, I'm like, what's the news? What does so and so have to say? What are my 3 positives of the day?
And you're like, what is?
Yeah. And I'm like, and there was one yesterday, it was tungsten. I don't know what tungsten is. What in the world made me say that word? I don't even know. I just, for some reason, I just thought tungsten. That sounds like it might be a word.
That is bananas.
My parents were like, how did you know that? And I'm like, I cannot tell you. I absolutely have no idea how I knew tungsten. It was just literally, I just said a word.
Right.
It was in like Elements or something. And I just said a word and it happened to be.
That's weird.
Right.
You're just, all these like reserved little memories you have are like coming up to the forefront.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a post-COVID superpower.
It might be. I don't know. But then there's still things that, like, I don't know, things that I really don't get at all.
Yeah. And
I struggle with, but not Jeopardy. I'm like,
plotting dimes and eating onions.
Yeah. And it's me, not Bono.
Right. Oh, man. Okay. Well, thanks for coming to Coffee Talk with us, y'all.
Yeah. Happy Monday.
We'll have to do this again sometime.
Yeah, we should.
I like it.
I'm not adverse to this at all.
No, me neither. Usually my mornings are pretty busy, but because I'm taking the morning off, a la illness or 12.
Well, this was a cute little out.
Yeah. Hope you all have a lovely week.
Hope we all have a lovely week.
Don't fall into the pit of fascism, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Hopefully. That's more of our rights are taken away from us.
Yeah, let's just not think about that.
No.
Okay.
Thanks for listening. Tune in to see what happens in the fall of democracy.
This week in the fall of democracy.
Tune in next week for more of the fall of democracy. Bye.
Bye.
We'll be back next week with more U2-ish content.
In the meantime, keep chatting with us on social media at _Garden Tarts.
Sign up for our newsletter at thegardentarts.com and share with your YouTube friends.
You can support us on Patreon, buy me a coffee, and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts.
Kissing Lips and Breaking Hearts, a U2-ish podcast with the Garden Tarts, is created, produced, and edited by us, the Garden Tarts.
Intro and outro music by December.
See you next week.